Okay, we are recording, so this is our second women, puppy dog, 4 women on a relation trip. Sorry, I had to think of we're training and traveling on this journey together. So this is my besties. One of my besties, or one of our besties, is in Branson for vacation. So we
lucky her.
Lucky her. So we told her to go have a good time with her family. She was still going to pop on the call, and I said, vacation is vacation, or we said vacation is vacation. And if you get on, great. But if you don't feel like you need to stop your family time, because we know family is super important. So here we are. We have my amazing friend, Annette DeSanto in Florida. And we have my amazing, fabulous friend, Miss Ashley Coleman from Indiana. And she's going to kind of be doing a lot of the training tonight. We're just here for the fun, obviously. And I'm doing the introductions. So we, first of all, Ashley is an executive director from Indiana. Annette's a senior director from Florida. And I'm Dana Tracy, senior director from Missouri. And I had my notes and my computer just stopped. Sorry. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about, it's June, and it's June 2016. So June 2016 means it's a brand new year. We just celebrated a brand new year with 31 as of June 1st. And what we mean by that is that, and Ashley and Annette and I are going to go into more details about this, but just to kind of give you an overview of what we're going to be talking about tonight is that, and I use my hands a lot to talk, is fiscal year starts June 1st, 2016 through May 31st, 2017. So I usually set goals at the beginning of the year, but I also set goals at the beginning of the fiscal year because that kind of depends on like recognition and a lot of things. And it's just a really great refresher to get your goals set. So, I was making sure nobody else was texting me here. So that's kind of an overview. It's being recorded. We're super excited you guys are here. And we'll probably take questions at the end, but I'm going to pass it over. Ashley, are you starting?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hold on here. Okay, well, I'm spotlighting you. Do you know? You're there. Go for it, girlfriend.
All right. So as Dana said, the fiscal year.
Sorry.
Hi, Mary.
June 2016. So what is today? The 7th. I don't even know what date it is. 6 days ago until May of next year. So why is this important? Well, if you work your business as a business, this is important to you because as a business, you should have a business plan. Not to overwhelm you because I'm not great at my business plan, but even just something simple as far as what do you want your annual income to be for this fiscal year is a good idea. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then 31 uses our fiscal year for all things that have to do with conference and all things that have to do with major rewards. So I'm sorry, I'm outside.
And
anyways, so I think I finally got him. My coffee.
Thank goodness.
Little protein.
Right. I might have to move over there. But anyways, so conference ribbons go off of the fiscal year. So like they have the PV ribbon for how much you sold for the whole fiscal year. And then, my goodness, like how many PICAs you had for the year. Did you earn the trip? What are some other ones, girls? Because
Can you explain? Is it 10 or 15,000 is where they start with the ribbons?
I think it starts at 10. I think it starts at 10.
And it's every 5,000 in sales. So if you hit 20,000, you get a ribbon. If it hits 25, then that's a different ribbon. It's going to say 25,000. So of course you're going to get the one that represents your state and your title. And if you earn anything like leadership incentive trip or what else, Dana? I don't know.
Hold on, I'm going to share. So maybe they all want to see this. So I'm just going to share my screen really quick. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So if you go to, I don't know where this is at. Okay, 31today.com and then attend. So over in the events section, attend an event.
Sorry, we have a fire in the background. Mike's making bacon. We haven't eaten dinner. So there you go. Okay.
Okay, so if you go to attend an event and then to conference 2016, why I should come to conference. and then all about ribbons. If you type in ribbons in the search box, I'm sure that it'll show you that too, but these are the ribbons that they're talking about. So this might help. So if you're wanting to find out like what ribbons to work for, like, so there's the personal volume. So this ribbon is based on your total personal volume starting at 10,000. There's PICAs, there's director's bonuses, promotion bonuses. Then the top of each category is also recognized. If you get on Leadership Council, PAC, sorry, I have a whiny dog. If you're a founding consultant, a Circle of Honor, Hall of Fame, these are people who've been featured in the catalog. If you earn the Leadership Incentive Trip, there's a Founders Circle. So you can find all this now. It's great that they've put these all out there for us on 31today.com. So you guys can look that up and get more ideas to kind of set your goals for what you're wanting for the next year.
And you can search. So if you don't know what Leadership Council is, definitely search that, because it may be something that you want to strive for. And when you're setting your goals for the fiscal year, you want to say, wow, I did really well with this category, and maybe I should shoot for the moon, and see what happens with that and see if you can get on there. Yeah, there's ribbons.
So these would have been look like for conference. So this is one of mine from one year. So just to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about. You're like, ribbons? What is that? But so fun to get.
They are fun to get. Okay. And I'm not a carrot chaser, and every year when I get there, I'm like, darn it, I want more. Okay. Also, too, while we're talking about this, if you want to run your report for your fiscal year, you can go to Run Downline Report and just highlight from last May to the year before. And then that will tell you how many PICAs you had, how much PV you had, etc. So that'll give you an idea and maybe a good place to start from. Make sure that you set your goals a little bit higher this year. Okay, so let me go back to my notes. All right. So Dana, I guess, already talked about all those other things that has to do with. Yeah, and something else that, well, I'll add that in. Okay. Sorry, my dog is bugging me now too. There's just no escape at my house, in case you didn't already know.
We all have drama tonight.
I'm waiting for the horse to come up and just start playing with you.
Right. Well, I mean, I can move if you want horses in the background. I'll move here in a minute once my computer gets charged. I'm running an extension cord though into the house, and Charlie was messing with my extension cord a minute ago. So, anyways, okay. So the other reason you need to think about your fiscal year is so that you can plan your paychecks. So especially if you're like me and you depend on the income to pay your bills, which actually all of us leaders on here do. So how much money we make from our business actually matters. And so we know that we can control our PV, especially on that. And so we set very specific goals for our months and our year. So when you start planning your yearly income, then you can break that down into your monthly income and break that down into how many parties you want to do. And Annette, were you going to talk about that?
Yeah, I was just going to talk about how you can plan forwards or backwards. Like some people think, okay, I just wrote down one, for instance, I need to make $20,000 a year. I'm leaving my part-time or full-time job, let's say as a teacher, whatever, and I need $20,000 as my income to survive, to be able to make this happen and stay at home with my kids. So that could be one of your goals. So how you work that out is you take your $20,000 and you divide it by 12, which is your monthly, which is going to give you $1,666 that you need to make monthly in order to pay your bills that you're used to or whatever. So then you're going to break that down to week. So that's going to be $416 that you need to bring home a week. And what I did is I took that $416 and I multiplied it by 4 because we make 25%, right? So that means that I need $1,664 in sales, which comes out to 2 parties a week at $832 average. Or if your average is closer to $555, then you'd want to do 3 parties a week. Now when your sales can be whatever. So you can have $1,000 party and a catalog party that's, $400 or whatever it is, $600, And that can be the same thing. So you decide, because you are in control of how many parties you do, and you're in control of how much your sales are, because we know we can increase sales by just adding more people at the parties and by adding more guests, but also we can offer different things to get people to buy more. So we could, get incentives for hostesses and that kind of stuff. So you just have to play around with what your numbers are. Ashley told you how to run numbers before, and when we get a chance, maybe Dana will show on her when she does a screensaver a little bit, or a screenshot a little bit later, so that you can see what how that process works to run your numbers. Because you can say, oh, I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. But if you don't know that your average party is $555 and you're going, oh, I'll just do 2 parties and it's only $800. But if your average is 500, you can certainly get it to 800, but you need to know where you're at now to be reasonable to set goals. It has to be smart goals. It has to be measurable, specific and measurable and attainable. Is that what it is? And what's the R? I can't remember. SMART goals. Do you remember? Specific, measurable.
Wait, now I just lost my train. I'm like, oh, SMART goals. Sorry. Specific, measurable, attainable.
I know, I forgot R.
Not reachable.
Is attainable and reachable. And then whatever T is. But anyway, they're having SMART. We'll figure out that later. Okay. So you can do it that way. And let's just say, okay, I don't know how much I need to make a year. I just know how much I need to make a month. Let's just say that you need to make $800 a month. Now, again, ladies, here's what's really cool about our compensation program.
Realistic.
There you go. Okay, what was T?
Time bound. You have to have a time with it. Yeah.
You have to have a time. So we're talking about the fiscal year. Then you're going to talk about you breaking it down in months. So that's your goal, is you're going to do it. You're going to get that time. Okay. Let's say that you just need to make $800 a month. Okay. Sorry, you can't put a cute baby up there and be able to continue to feed. Hi, Charlie. Oh my gosh, she's so Sean Coleman. I'm just telling you, that's who she is. She looks like her daddy. Okay, so if I want to make $800 a month, okay, I know that I have $3,200 in sales that I need as a consultant. But what's cool about our compensation program is that if you become a senior consultant or a director or senior director or above or whatever, you're going to make more money with less amount of parties. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is strictly as a consultant, strictly as commission 25% as a consultant. So you can do the same amount of work and get more money when you go up in the compensation program. It's awesome. And ours is one of the richest ones out there. I will tell you that right now. It is. I've been with direct sales for 31 years, and I'm telling you, it's one of the richest ones out there, the way that it's structured. Okay, so I'm going to make $800 a month. So what did I need? $3,200 in sales. Remember, I multiplied that by 4 because I make 25%. So that's going to come out to $800 a week is what I need. And so I can say, well, I can get my average up to $800. So I need one party at $800 every week in order to make the $800. Or I need 2 parties of only $400. So if your average is low, then you would just do 2 parties a week. So you just kind of break it down backwards like that. So that's how much do you want a year, then a month, then a week, then by the party, or go the other way. This is what I want, on the month. And then I can add it up and say, well, what does that mean? $3,200 in sales. What does that mean for the year? You know that it's going to be more than $32,000 a year, right? So you can do it either way. But here's the coolest thing is that all 4 of us, I'm speaking for Kristen in case our girls are here and she can't be on. But all 4 of us are here, or your director are here to help you. So if you have a challenge on how do I work this out, whatever, sit with them. Let's work together and help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Because there's nothing worse than what Ashley just said, is that I'm not a carrot I don't go after the carrot dangles. I do personally. I'm sorry. I want to earn everything that is possibly imaginable. If they say, look, here's a toothpick. I'm like, yes, I'm going for the toothpick. Ashley's like, whatever. Here's what I need to make for my income. This is what I'm doing. And along the way, she gets those carrots. But there's nothing worse than showing up at 3/4 of a contest through like Ready, Set, Sell or any of those other things, and you go, oh, I didn't plan, and now I'm going to miss it by here, let me give you a perfect real life example. One Pika and like $5,000, and you miss an all expense paid vacation to Cancun. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty dumb. I did it twice. And both times it was because I thought, oh, I've been there a couple times. I don't really care if I go. And so I started off with not caring. And so I started off with not planning. And then it was like, Annette, you're really goofy because it doesn't matter where you're going and you've been there 10 times. It doesn't really matter. You're going with your peeps. Now it's too late. And it was too late by the time I decided I wanted to do it. So don't wait till the last minute. So that's my little mama finger wagging for you. All right.
She tooted her horn. That's my little toot. Aw, Charlie.
She's in this lovey-dovey stage, so we're going to enjoy it while it lasts.
What you got for us, girlfriend?
Okay, so thanks, Annette, for doing all that math for us. Because I like math, but most people don't. So, okay. So, next I want to talk about planning your events for the year. So, planning, like, you're like, oh, man, when was the last time I did a bingo? Or, oh, man, when was the last time I celebrated my hostesses and those kinds of things. And I'm going to show you this, and it's not, like, perfectly filled out, so please don't judge me. But this is what I use. So, and this goes January to December, and we messed up on it. But anyways, just something simple like this. So then I can write down, like, okay, in January, I did a retirement Facebook party. In February, I did that. So I have customers, hostesses, and VIPs, and then team members for those of you that have team members. So this is only for events is what I use this paper for, but it helps me keep track of like when I did my bingos, and it helps me space them out. So see, like I already have things written for September, right? So when we're looking ahead, but this is something great to do for your fiscal year also. Plan out like, okay, I want to make sure I do a bingo every other month, or I want to make sure that I'm sending something in the mail to my customers or hostesses once a month, or whatever you want to do. This paper will help you. It doesn't have to be this paper, but planning ahead those things will help you make sure that you stay on top of them.
But it could be that paper, so you're going to actually share that with us, correct?
Yes. I'll fix it so that
We're like, well, why have we never seen this?
I'm
This is brilliant.
I'm sorry, why don't I have that?
Share everything with your besties.
So, but my OneDrive is not working, and so I have to do everything from Jump Drive back and forth to my office to my laptop. It's a total pain. But anyways, okay.
Horses.
So, what?
We heard the
We
words.
heard the horses.
Oh, I'll move in just a minute. I'm at half battery. Okay. So the other thing about that, though, is to be intentional about what events you're doing. So think about what you want to focus on this fiscal year. Do you want more bookings? Do you want more sales? Which obviously more bookings goes along with more sales. But if you want to meet more people, then you want more bookings, not necessarily just sales. So if you want to get your name out more, then you need to focus on bookings. If you want to make more money, you need to focus on sales. If you want to make a lot more money, then you need to focus on recruiting. So make sure that the events that you're doing are focusing you towards that goal. So Karen Lanier actually is the best person to talk about this, but she likes to party. She's a party girl. That's all she wants to do. She does not do any events. She doesn't do bingos, or at least she didn't used to. I don't know now, but and because like I like to do events, I'm more of an events person. I like to party, but I also just for the area that I'm in, like people like to go to bingo. They like for me to invite them to things, and then I get to be the hostess and I get all the free stuff. So yeah, but so make sure that and if you're focusing on recruiting, then anything you're sending in the mail to your customers, make sure you're including something about join my team, those types of things. Or make sure that you're scheduling on your Outlook. Make sure that like every other month you're scheduling an opportunity event, whether it's on Facebook or maybe you're alternating Facebook in June, or in June you do one on Facebook, in July you do an in-person one, those kinds of things. So make sure when you're planning your events that it matches with your long-term goal for your fiscal year. Okay, so Anything else about that, girls? Did we talk about setting a long-term goal? I don't think we did we?
Mm-mm. I mean, just barely, but no, not really.
Just saying about the year, but nothing really.
Okay, so you need to set a long-term goal because when this fiscal year ends, it will be what you're going to be at conference next year. So if promoting is one of your goals, then you need to set that as your fiscal year goal. And actually, I can tweak this. I'm just going to redo this form into a fiscal year form. How's that sound? And you can put your goals at the top and things like that. So, so you want to set a goal for your PV, set a goal for, you know, how many total parties do you want to do for the entire year? And then how many, what do you want your title to be next year? And that's going to relate back to how many pikas you need to have. So we'll get you something to help you set that goal. But you want to set it
my
now.
office wasn't torn apart. I was going to share I have my little chart with my little girls. Do you have that, Dana? Because I don't have mine.
Well, I have this hanging. You can't hardly see it, and I'm not going to probably take it down. I need to update it. This is the one I made last year. It's huge. I get it. And I'm going to be honest. Like, I put it up there, but again, for the second year, I've had it not in front of my face. And because I don't have it in front of my face, I don't look at it all the time.
Yeah.
So there's something smaller. Here, let me spotlight you.
What I was going to say.
This is
Smaller
so
might be better.
Sorry, Annette. Hold on. Come back. What did I do?
You stopped my video.
I know.
Okay, I got to start my video again.
Hold on.
And I do everything from a binder because you guys know that I'm crazy busy.
Okay,
And I don't,
wait.
not that I'm more
wait.
busy than anyone else, but my kids keep me moving all the time, I guess, is more. But so I would put it right here. At the
Right, yeah.
cover. Or even the cover of my binder actually would be better.
So
Okay, so
as you can see, I didn't pay attention because that's like that gets over. This is May, and you can see where I didn't fill in how many parties or whatever that I did, and I stopped doing it. So this actually, to be honest with you, in December I haven't done it since. So yes, I had some issues with my
It's a
my
great
whole.
tool, though. You should use it, everyone else.
What's that?
Nothing.
Are you making fun of me? So here's the thing. No, but I had it, and my office has been crazy, and then my office fell apart 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. And I've just not been. You're absolutely right. If you don't put it right in front of you, then it doesn't work. Like Dana was saying, it's all the way on across the room. When I read you my office, that's one of those most important things. It needs to be right in front of your face. So
Yeah, that door is usually open, so it hides behind my door. So there's no reason that it should. I mean, that was the only wall space I had. It doesn't need to be there because, I mean, I'm always sitting this way. So unless I have my camera on, I can't see it. So it really just needs to be something right in front of my nose. Just like you said.
Yeah. So will you share that one, Annette, though? Because that one was pretty good.
sure.
Pretty much already done. Yeah. Okay. So Charlie's standing at the door. Mama. All right. So moving on. So set your big goal. And then as you're doing all of these things, as you're planning your yearly income, your parties per month, and you know what ribbons you want to earn, you also want to make sure when you're doing this plan and when you're also then doing like I also have, I'll show you this too, I guess. Like I have a list for every month, like where I set my goal. Like I write it down for every month. Hold on, let me click back to you guys. So see, like I write every month, like how many parties do I want to do, recruits, blah 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 blah. So when you're doing these also, you want to make sure that you're thinking about what rewards are going to be going on from home office. So there's lots of things that are always happening, and a lot of them are very consistent from year to year. So this year, though, we have the new Dream Rewards, which is awesome. So you want to make sure as you're planning your fiscal year, right, that everything up until September is going to get you, right, girls? It's September 30th, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, so anything that you're doing June, July, August, and September, you need to make sure in that window, as you're planning your year, that you're going to earn the Dream Rewards level that you want. And make sure to always figure a little bit high so that if something happens, you don't lose your reward.
And
So,
can I say something?
yeah, absolutely.
Here's what happens again, because not just keep it in front of your face, but always knowing that's a great chart that you're using on your monthly thing, because what happens is if you don't hit that goal, you need to make up for it the next month. You can't just
Right.
go, 2-3 months I didn't miss, I missed. Then it's too hard to make up. If you're only $200 shy or $400 shy from the month before, you just kick it in and you can make it up that next month. Don't wait till last minute. Just be aware of the goals. And again, how many of you, and maybe you can do it in the chat, how many of you have set your goal for level 1, 2, or 3 for Dream Rewards? And are you looking at it, or did you just have it as a wish? Like, oh, I just wish I get that. Or did you actually plan it and say, this is the level I'm going for, and back it out and say, this is what I need every month? So maybe you can chat and say, hey, I've done that, or I haven't done that yet, or whatever. So anyway.
Right. And like, I already didn't do enough in May for my goal. Like, I want to earn the top level of Dream Rewards, but I had 2 girls that I thought were going to sign up and neither of them did. So I'm already behind. So then when I set my goal for this month, I set it super, super high. So to try to make up some of that. So yeah. Thanks, Annette.
So
Okay.
Mary's done it. Awesome.
I don't have. There we go. Okay, and then the other thing that you always want to that you want to get filled in there is ready, set, sell. So we all want to earn ready, set, sell because it just makes our job so much easier. And not just for the free stuff either. When you do those 15 or 20 days before the next catalog, then it gets you set up for your next catalog. So you start booking your parties ahead of time, and girls get excited for the new catalog. So those will happen July. We already know everything about it. Well, not everything, but a lot about it. And then it will happen again in January. Like, you can set your clock to it because the new catalog starts in February. So make sure when you're figuring those in that you have, and I would, even though it goes to the 20th, depending on what conference you're going to, try to finish everything up by the 15th. And then that, again, gives yourself a little bit of window there. But make sure that when you're writing out your monthly goals, that's in there. I have to do 1,800 or 1,200 or 600 in July and January to get the level that you want. And then the last, I think 3 years, maybe, the earning period for the Leadership Incentive Trip has been October through March. So it's usually generally consistent. If you do $2,000 a month and you recruit 1 to 2 people, you generally earn the Leadership Incentive Trip. So just make sure that, again, the goals you're setting for those months, that within that 6-month period, if promoting to director is one of your goals, if you're not already there, or to some level of leadership, if you want to earn the incentive trip. And honestly, if you start out as a consultant and you set your goals just a little higher than the standards, then you're going to get the trip and you're going to promote. So I know it's called the Leadership Incentive Trip, but it is totally earnable for consultants. You just might have to recruit a couple of extra people to get the team sales. So make sure that you're figuring that into your long-term plan also.
And I have to toot my girl Jenna. I don't know if anybody on you guys had somebody on your team do it, but I had a new consultant, Jenna Simon, and I use her an example because she wanted, her why to sign up was to earn a trip for her and her husband to Las Vegas. And then after she kicked off, her parties started going, and we talked about, hey, when you promote to director, if you decide to do that, then you can earn this trip. And so she became a director and earned a trip for 1 to the Dominican within the first 6 months of becoming a consultant. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Especially those that are already started now, you have plenty of time to become a director so that you can go ahead and earn that trip. And I have to tell you, director level is usually the easiest. And so it's great the way that they've designed it for you guys to be able to experience that awesome reward. So put that in your plan. It's so, directorship is a lot easier than we make it look. I just want to apologize for not making it look easy because we like to do things. I love to play office. I love to do all kinds of things that I don't necessarily have to do. But seriously, ladies, being a director is super simple. It's like, okay, you do your personal $1,000, you have 4 PICAs, and you do a quick little newsletter and, touch base with your team. I mean, it's really not super complicated. So anybody can do it, and I just want to give you that shout out because right now is a perfect opportunity to plan for
Awesome.
Soapbox. Back off my soapbox.
No, you're fine.
Good
I
job.
like your soapbox. There's lots of good knowledge on your soapbox.
There is.
That's all I had. So do you guys have anything else? Sorry, it's getting dark here, so I'm getting real.
Annette, do you have anything else?
No, I want to hear if anybody has any questions.
If you guys have questions, you can definitely pull yourself off of, hi, you can pull, there goes Ashley walking. You can unmute yourself, or you can even add yourself to video. I will just say that I don't normally set goals. I set goals for my personal life and for other things at the beginning of a new year, so 2016, and I make my like vision board or dream board at the beginning of that year, but then my goals for 31 are always set in the month of June, just because I know for the next year I want to work towards recognizing. And one thing I will say is that, ladies, I have had the same goal on my board for 3 years or 4 years now, and that's totally fine. Sometimes it's the journey, it's the ship, whatever, that I'm on, and that God has a bigger plan and a purpose. And you know what? We don't understand His timing sometimes, but I will not beat myself up over it. And it's still my goal. And it may take me 8 years to get there, but that's still my goal and still what I'm working towards. So if you feel like, well, I set goals last year and it didn't happen, and so I don't want to put them down again, I'm just going to encourage you to put them down again. But this time, keep them right at your focus. Keep them. So like on mine over here behind me, it is my how many I want to recruit a month. Okay, because I always want to share the gift of 31. What my personal volume is for each month. I have a goal. I have a team sales goal because I have a team. And I also I want to have at least one new hostess every single month. So that may be something you haven't thought about, but for me, that I know continues to help me grow and get outside of my network. And not just be partying with the same people over and over again. So that's just something else. And the other thing I'll say is, even I love my home parties, and I know these girls love their home parties, and we also love events. But if I'm working towards Ready, Set, Sell or something, the one thing I do make sure and do is I have plenty of catalog parties out there too. Because sometimes in the J months, we call them the J months, things happen and schedules change. And so sometimes people cancel parties or reschedule parties. And there are times where ladies are like, oh, that new catalog's coming out in August. Well, maybe I'll just wait till August. And so just be prepared for that. But, it's still like the top level of Dream Awards. Dream Awards too, but Ready, Set, Sell can totally be attainable. It can totally be reached in July. Just be prepared for it. So start working towards, even though you're partying now, because we have an incredible special, start trying to get those catalog parties for those first 2 weeks. And you may have to offer a little bit of an incentive or something. I'm passing out coupons like crazy, but it's totally worth it because you get free products and free catalogs for the new catalog. Yeah. Let's see. Christy has a question about conference. Anybody want to answer this? They're
actually going to come out and they're going to tell you what to wear. I do have a little quick thing that I did write down the other day, if you want me just to tell you real quick. This is going to be really casual this year. So Sunday is going to be a 31 t-shirt if you have one, or a team shirt if they have one. It's fun and casual, and it's like a 31 spirit. That's what they're doing for Sunday. On Monday is it's the promotion stuff, business casual. She said to wear something like you're going on a date night or your Sunday best, but they don't need to have the ball gown type things and stuff like that. But you can definitely dress up if you want to dress up, but it's business casual. So that's a little bit different than what they've done in the past. They've actually said it's pretty casual and fun for Sunday. So I love it. It's going to be really easy, and people don't have to feel like you have to go out and just buy all that stuff. But they'll give you stuff as it gets a little closer, and your director will too, different things that you need to bring and prepare and that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely good question. So, And before we move on, I definitely want to talk about what Dana said about the Dream Awards. I mean, not Dream Awards. What are they called? Ready, Set, Sell. It is so attainable, girls. I can't even tell you. It is all in planning. Anyone on this this computer right here, anybody can do this. Anybody can. You do have to plan. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and that doesn't mean you have to do it, but I'm just going to give you some ideas real quick, if that's okay. So like June 30th to me is the last day of the month. I don't do parties the last day of the month because, hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Because the last day of the month is too stressful to try to close parties out and get them in by month end and stuff like that. So June 30th is going to be a July party for me. So I'm actually starting the day before. I'm doing a multi-hostess party or a party fest. So I'm doing several parties at once where I have hostesses bring their guests in one room and I do one demonstration, one party for several people. You can do it however you want, bingo, regular party, whatever, but that's what I'm doing June 30th. Then I also have a teacher appreciation bingo that I've scheduled during that time, which should give me level 3. I have a hostess of the month group that automatically the very first 2 weeks of the month, every single month I have the hostess of the month turn in. So I have that set up. I have front loaded my parties. So I have 2 or 3 parties in the front load. I want to make sure that if something cancels that I am not missing because I don't want to pay for product. I want it all for free. I want it all for free. So that's what I'm doing. There's some different ideas. Again, talk with your director or your sponsor. Come up with some things that you can do or you and your 31 sister can do together. So you don't have to do it by yourself. But there's so many different ideas, but plan it now. But do not, hear what I'm saying. Here's my soapbox.
Preach it.
Do not forget about June because this special is the best special of the year. Medium utility totes are the best. So do not forget about June because I don't know about you, but remember those goals. I need a paycheck June or July 10th. So you guys need a paycheck July 10th. So don't not put in stuff for June because you're waiting for Ready Set Sell. Because if you have a paycheck, you can buy the products, but you really do need to make sure that you're planning both things. Okay, I'll play some
June, and here's the deal. Cindy says this. June medium utility totes. Well, first of all, we've never sold the inserts ever in 31 history, ever. So those should be hot commodities. And second of all, I'm going to preach for a minute. Those medium utility totes are our number 1 customer special every single year. Every single year. So there are women out there that want it. And my team, I'm sorry, girls, you all know this. Sparkling Stars, you know this, but I'm just sharing it for anybody that watches the recording or anybody that watches this on YouTube or whatever, and you're a 31 consultant. Here's the deal. Live video. I cannot share this enough. Go live in your customer group, create a Facebook party if you have to, go live in that party, show off that medium utility tote. I have seen since that outlet sale that we had, which we all loved and it was fabulous, I have seen such a shift in my customer base because I'm doing live videos for these women. And I did a live video on my Sparkle with Dana page on Facebook and I shared it to my customer group. And I've been getting sales. And even in my customer surveys that I'm sending out for my outlet sales, the people aren't commenting about what products they wish 31 would come out with. The comments I'm getting is, I need a bigger paycheck because after watching all your live videos, it makes me want to all of these products. So I can't share that enough. So even if you can't go live, make a video, but there's something about the algorithm in the Facebook where if you go live, it starts popping them up in the top of news feeds. So
yes.
Just a little something, sorry, soapbox. But okay, so Mary, I'm going to touch on yours real quick, and then Ashley and Annette, if you've got something, or you guys can cover the others. But one thing I will say, Mary, is I'm just going to ask you how many times you've actually followed up with those 11 leads, because I have it on my little follow-up guidebook thing here, but just keep in mind, don't get frustrated when they don't respond to you the first couple of times, because 48% of people will never follow up after you reach out to them the first time. 25% of people, that is how many, so 48% of consultants will never follow up with these leads after the first time, okay? 25% of people, only 25% follow up that second time. So you wait a couple weeks, you don't hear from them. Nope, 25% are following up after that. 12% of people follow up the third time. So only 12% of consultants. 10% of people make more than 3 follow-up touch points. So this is why it's so important. And I know I've said this before, but 10% say yes to you after you followed up with them the 4th time. Okay. 80%. Okay. So she says 3 to 4 times each. Okay. So give them a week, Mary. Give them maybe 2 weeks. 80% are going to respond to you between the 5th and the 20th time you followed up. So I know like we get frustrated, but here's the deal. People just get busy and they may see your message. You may even know that they've read your message, but the honest truth is like they may have gotten distracted because the kids were yelling in the next room and they just totally forgot to respond to you. So I would give it a couple of weeks probably if it was me. And then just reach out to them. And Mary, I can help tomorrow with some wording. Just remind me about that so we can follow up with them again. So
and do it different. Like do a text one time, send them a postcard, something, else. Mm-hmm. So don't just text them every time. Make a phone call, do an email, do whatever you can, but do it differently because not everybody responds. And like she said, the texting, oh my gosh, seriously, how many times do you look at a text and go, oh, I'll get to that. And then you forget about it. We just get busy. So, and you may get one response from an event or 2 after that much. They may not all do it, but that doesn't mean that you don't do it again. Right. Because not everything works every time. Right.
Because if I mail something to somebody, I usually wait a week to 2 weeks. And then I'm responding back to them just to see if they've received it, if they had any questions. And here's the other thing. If you are following up, give them a reason to respond. This is something I learned from, I think, one of the ladies on SenseShare. They did some training, but she said if you follow up with them on a text, a phone call, an email, whatever it may be, end the conversation with a question. So, what questions do you have for me? Or what products caught your eye in the catalog? Or, end with a question. Don't say talk to you soon. Just end with a question, sign your name. That's it. And give them a reason to respond. Because a lot of times it's just the way we've worded it too. So what other ones do we have?
I don't know, but where did Ashley go?
I don't know. She probably battery died. Oh, I think that was her. I do lots of door prizes at my events. I buy the 4 for $1 note cards. Okay. She
spends a little bit of money on her events and stuff. Yeah. And an event, you could say, okay, like an event, an event where like you're at a vendor event, or is it an event that is like a bingo or something like that? Because those are different events. Because when you're doing a vendor event, you almost always are trying to get that booking and trying to get that recruit more. It's just about lead pool. But when you're doing like a bingo, then you're guaranteed sales. So those are the kinds of events you want to work. And there's Ashley. She's back in the dark.
Sorry, my internet went out.
Oh.
That always
happens. Mindy had 0 specials left on the table. Yeah, I had a customer or hostess of one of my hostess of the months call me today and say, do we have any extra specials? I was like, yeah, good luck with that.
Right.
But
yeah. And I just talked to Jenna today, and she just had a $1,200 party, and there was people spending and getting the special, but they weren't all taking it. And the hostess wanted like anything and everything of all the ones that were left. So, and I just had a girlfriend that never orders, like once or twice a year, maybe once a year, probably. And she just called me and did a $200 party on her own because she wanted the mediums. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, this is the month. If you want to set a huge extra go for it goal for June, kick butt. Set you up for start swell for ready set sell, because you can get bookings from any kind of extra parties and stuff and get them excited about July. But you could really do some damage for Dream Rewards if you really set a huge goal this month. So just FYI.
FYI. What other questions do you guys have? Ashley, did you think of anything while you were losing internet?
No.
Oh, girls, you can ask us anything. We haven't even got an hour this time. We went like an hour and a half last time.
You're pretty good. I miss my Kristen, but.
I do miss Kristen. Questions about anything? Now's your time to ask. Don't be shy.
We had the question about conference. So it can be anything about any of the events that we do. If you have questions about any of that stuff, or do you guys have any ideas to share with your 31 sisters? Is there something that you're doing that you think that we would love to take hold of that? And you can she said you can unmute yourself, and you also can put yourself on the screen if you want a video, and so we can see your lovely face too. So feel free to do that.
So Sarah asked, hi Sarah, she's one of my girls. Sarah's asking about seeing your VIP group and inviting them to groups. So now when you start a Facebook group, the way that I believe that it works, because I just had someone add me this week, I think, is you invite them and then they have to accept. That's what happened to me this week. Ashley's shaking her head no.
I just got added to another
No.
LuLaRoe or LuLaRoe, whatever, pop-up party group that I had no idea about. Like,
I wonder how, I'm going to have to ask. Maybe I'll ask. It's a closed group.
yeah, it was a closed group, and it's just for this girl's LuLaRoe pop-up boutique thing. So then I have to go in and click leave group.
Yeah, because you definitely
But
want
anyway,
to
go on. Minor detail. Go on.
Well, what I was saying to Sarah, sorry, Sarah, minor conversation here.
Right.
Okay. So what happened today was I'm doing this summer challenge for working out. And so she invited me to the group and I had to accept it. And I don't know if there's some type
Because
of
there's that option.
Yes.
There's that option to invite people to the group. And then evidently, I don't know, maybe you can still add them too, but.
I think you still can add them, but you want to invite them.
Right.
And I don't know.
I'm just going to create a fake group and see what it does. Hold on.
Yeah, that might be.
And there should be a thing that says invite by email. So if you do have an email, but I will tell you what I've been doing is like when I send a little thank you to online orders or other orders, I have like a little red stamp thing that I send, and it has my link to my Facebook VIP page. It says, don't miss another outlet sale, get all the scoop on 31, be the first to know, blah, 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 join my group. And it has a link, and they just press on it and they ask to join.
Right. And the other thing I was going to say, since you're new, Sarah, one thing you could do is you've got a bunch of contacts. You've got all these people in email. So go ahead and copy the link to the club, because it's a closed group. So they'll still be able to see that link in, your URL bar or whatever it's called, the website address. So copy that, make sure it's linked. So you'd have to hit the little link button on your email and then say, type an email out, and just maybe the subject is, I'm so excited. And then in the subject line is like, hey friends, I just started with 31. I wanted to just share my exciting news with you. I've created a closed customer group where I'm going to be sharing ideas on how to use our products and fun games or ideas or whatever you're planning on doing in that group, and then just include the link. I want to invite you to join, and then share it that way. And maybe you could even do a contest where if they join, say forward this email to 5 of your friends. If 5 of your friends join, you'll go into a drawing for a fun prize, which could be as simple as something from the Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but that might get more people into the group too. So hopefully that helps, Sarah. Ashley just created a group, so we'll figure this out.
Yeah, I was going to share my screen. Here we go.
Can you share it?
Yeah. Okay, so here's what it looks like now. But see, all it has is add members. And it has invite by email. Did you get an invite by email or on Facebook?
I didn't get an invite at all.
I thought you just said you got an invite for the workout one.
I did. No, it was crap. I don't know how to get out of this.
Fake group. I love it. Fake group.
I'm trying to remember what it said. Let me see if I can find the note. I've gotten a lot of notifications today. Hold on.
Well, I don't know what this I means right here. Search for your friends or other people you might know.
Click it and see. We'll figure it out for y'all.
Because I wish you could send an invite via Facebook message.
Well, there is, maybe she sent it via email, but it came across on my Facebook, so that's why I'm confused.
Let's click invite by email and see what happens.
Added me yesterday, so I don't know that I'm going to see it. Hold on.
AT. Oh. You have to do my email. No. ANN. You were right. ETTEATHOME@Verizon.net. No, at Verizon.net.
I hit the ad. It just didn't work.
Okay.
Okay, now can I do like a comma, I wonder? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even find the notification of how she added me. But I had to hit accept. So Facebook changes so much so often that
It's not come through yet.
yeah.
It says enter name or email address. Oh, yeah. So you can invite by email right there.
Mhm.
I don't understand how it adds them though. But anyways, don't add people without asking. But I
Right.
definitely think I have gotten a lot of people added to my group, like with what Dana said. Anytime I do any kind of Facebook auction or any kind of event, I do the event within my group. And so then if they want to invite their friends to the event, then they have to add them to my group. So that's helped add people. But then we also, was it on this call that we talked about cleaning out your group too? Because if you have a lot of people and only 5 people are liking things, then your stuff's not getting through. So your group can also get too big. You want to make sure that it's actually customers who care about your stuff.
Right.
Okay, so I've not got the email, so I don't know how that worked. So
One thing I'll say too is I know that sometimes, especially the newer girls, everybody is different because I don't highly recommend it, but you can create a Facebook public figure page is what it's called, per guidelines with 31today.com or 31 gifts. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying 31 today. But here's the deal with the Facebook pages, guys. And I know everybody's like, well, everybody has a business page. Well, those pages, when someone goes and likes that page, unless they go up into the liked box and click down where they want to receive notifications, no one is ever going to see your posts from that page in their news feed. So there's been things like I am a fan of other things. So like, for instance, our woodworking business is at a business downtown Kansas City. I liked their page, but I was wondering why I was never seeing any of their posts. Well, it's because it had all notifications off. And that is an automatic setting that Facebook sets unless the people who like the page go in and adjust it. So do you guys know what I'm talking about? So just be aware of that. I love groups because groups still give notifications. Pages do not, unless they've changed their setting.
that's so weird. So like anybody, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, do you want me to show you? Hold on.
Oh, that makes me angry. Now I'm going to have to punch Facebook in the throat.
I don't know how to share hold on. How do I share my screen? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Screen share.
Share screen. Okay, so hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. It's everything. It's anything that you're going to. So even like the 31 gifts Facebook page, I'm pretty sure. Look how you've liked it. So look how I've never gone in here to look at it. Guess what? All notifications are on or off. So I will never get a notification that they're actually posting. So these don't normally show up in my newsfeed. I don't know why. But I mean, they do because other consultants are liking them. So then I'm seeing them. But you may want to turn all your notifications on. So when home office, posts something, guess what? I'll get their post. And I'll actually get a little red notification up here saying that they posted something. Or if they ever go live, I want to know when they're live, and that will give me a notification. So just a little tip about that. So
Wow. I'm amazed. I didn't have mine on either for that.
if you have a customer group and a VIP group, can I delete? You sure can, Christy. That's up to you. When I first started 31, we could have pages. So I had a page, and then we had to get rid of the pages, and then I made a group, and then I added a page back. But my page, if you notice, is really about motivation, and I don't ever do a lot of salesy stuff. It's just I have built some fans like on Periscope and things, and so that's kind of why I have a page. So yeah, don't try to do all three. You're newer, especially. Do not try to do all these social media things at once. Just stick with one, get really good at it, and then try another.
I don't have a public figure page. Do you, in it?
I do, and I always forget to post. So it's like it's almost useless.
I
So
had one and I wasn't ever putting anything on it, so I deleted it.
and it is hard, Christy. You're right. It's overwhelming to update 3 of them. So you have to use other tools to update, like Buffer is another one that you can, share all those different ones that you can use to update. That makes it really great. However, you still have to find time to do things because you don't want to do the same exact thing necessarily in your closed group that you do on your public figure page, or whatever it's called, your business person page. So, yeah, I'm not a public figure. I can't do a public figure page. Yeah. Look at me. I'm a public figure, and that just sounds totally great. Okay, I meant businesswoman.
I know. Yeah, Mindy, that's why you're never. So any page. So it does not matter if you are liking, I don't know, the Weather Channel page, or you're liking 31 Gifts page, any page on Facebook, and you wonder why you're never seeing their notifications anymore. It's because Facebook has automatically gone in there and said, you don't want the notifications, and so you need to turn them back on. Now, you are going to get one of those little red notification dots every time they post something. But for me, like, there's some pages that I want to know when they're posting because I want to know about their sale, or I want to know about their newest product or something. So just or a motivational thing. So good questions, guys. What other questions? Any other questions? It is 1 hour in, so we'll just take a few more if you've got any.
I love these. Do you guys like these? This monthly little get together with the Zoom? Do you guys like it better than just us training differently and us doing it together? You guys good with this?
Good. And it's always recorded, so don't ever stress.
Yeah.
We have our own YouTube channel now. This will be video number 2.
It's more fun if you get on live, though.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so, too. You need some adult girl time? Well, we can do you. I'm not drinking my tea tonight, notice. I'm drinking.
I don't know how adult we are. I don't really feel like adulting right now. I don't even feel like it.
No.
Well, you're not 5. No, I'm not 5.
No other questions. There's still quite a few of you on. Don't be shy. No question is too hard. I say that, and then it'll come up and be like,
yeah. And if it is too hard, we'll find the answer. Because that's how we roll.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got to go eat bacon, people. I haven't eaten dinner.
Get the goal sets. Share them with your leader. That's your takeaway. And we want to hear about your goals. So set your goal for the next year. What is it? Because here's the deal, guys. Last thing. You're not going to reach those goals if you don't share them with anyone.
Right.
Just saying. So you got to share them with somebody, and somebody's got to hold you accountable. So whether that's me, Annette, Kristen, Ashley, your husband, your best friend, your, 31 sister, you've got to share a goal and then ask them to hold you accountable and check in with you. Like, how are your goals this month? Like, what did you do? It's just like if you were going to go work out with a fitness trainer, like, she's going to hold you accountable. Like, I signed up for a challenge this summer because I have to take 24 classes. If I don't meet the challenge. Well, to me, like, I don't get healthier and all this. I have an accountability partner, which is one of my dearest neighbors. And so we go together, and so we hold each other. So it's the same with that. Like, I do that with my business. These girls right here, Annette, Ashley, and Kristen, we have goals, and we hold each other accountable. We may not do it so well sometimes, but we do it. And
we do.
That's the best way to do it.
I'm trying to find that little paper with the little girls, because of course it's probably not named anything that sounds like, year chart or year goals or anything. So
yeah. I'm reading, sorry, your goal sheet from last year. Mindy, it's okay. Like, remember, I haven't reached some of my goals. I've reached some, but not all of them. So don't feel bad. Someone asked in 31, but haven't bought anything yet. Do you send them some stuff in your monthly mailings? So monthly, you mean like a newsletter, Christy? Or a mailing? I don't know what she's asking. she may just be asking, like, if someone asks about 31, but they haven't ever bought anything, do you send them stuff in your monthly mailing? Like customer special mailing? I don't do a customer special mailing. The only reason I'm doing a mailing this month is because, well, I send thank yous to all of my customers. That's the thing that I do, and that includes the customer special for the next month. That's something I've started doing. With the outlet sales, they're also getting a coupon, and I did some stuff for you guys, shared that stuff, what I'm doing. So. Yeah,
okay, so I just posted to our event 3 different levels of this sheet. So there's level 1, 2, and 3. So you don't have to go, oh my gosh, I'm not going for $60,000 in sales. You don't have to do that, but there's 3 different levels. And even whatever the top, you've set your goal. You can use whatever form you want, but there's the 3 of them are on the event page. So
good.
And when Ashley updates her other sheet, she'll put that on there. You can put the old one on there if you can find it too. So either way.
I'm sorry, I'm reading. Sent bag bugs to all outlets. I don't think so, Mindy. Mindy says I sent bag bugs to all my outlet sale customers for use during Ready Set Sell. Do you think it's too much if I also send it to all my customers that order from me in June? No. Here's the deal. It's not going to hurt anything, right?
It's just a stamp. Can I share something that I heard from someone? I don't know who it is. I can't remember if it was Melissa Peterson or whoever it was. It might have been you, Dana. But they never send anything out without an order form.
Right.
So when you're sending a mini, send a cute little order, the regular little order form, or the cute one from the hostess packet or whatever.
Right, even if it's just something for them to write on, to be like, she made it so easy. I can look through here and I can write down what I want. Yeah, that's a great tip.
And I do, because, Cherie on her one
make
call.
This like a little miniature.
So this is what I did. So there's these order forms.
Cherie.
So I did these. So it says ready to order, call Texas Form 2. So this sticky note goes on there and it goes out with everything now. And it's just something you've got to get in. Like you said, you want to get consistent, Christy, with doing things, just get consistent. Like my system may be different than what's going to work for Annette or Ashley or anybody on this call, but it's something that's working for me. So I'm just going to be consistent. And remember, don't try it for a month and think it's going to work and it doesn't. And then you stop. You've got to try it for at least 90 days, always 90 days. If after 90 days it's not working, reevaluate what you've been doing and go, okay, that didn't work. So now how can I adjust it, or what do I want to try next to see if it will work? So don't try it for a week. Don't try it for 2 weeks, a month. Try it for 90 days. Doesn't matter what you're doing. So yeah, send an order form, attach a little sticker.
Can you post that order form, Dana, or is it just a regular order form?
That's part of that. It's just a regular, well, she's put this on there.
Put the special. It's the hostess packet that.
Oh, okay.
I'll share the link that.
The big packet that the girl does on what?
No, well but then Cherie condensed it to stuff she was mailing for outlet sales and put it into like a merged PDF. So it's in there. So.
That's something also to write on your little tracker sheet that I have. Like, I tried this month. So then you can look back and be like, when did I even start that? Because you'll forget.
Right.
Months or 3 months or all of that. So,
Sarah, I'm going to share our last call that we did just for my team, so you can have that, because I talked about that in our last call. I don't have a party script anymore. But please know that I'm almost 6 years into this business. And so I kind of just do what has been working for me. The link that's on the Google Drive for our team is the hostess packets that I send. So that is all there on the drive. The bundles are all in our Facebook group under photo albums, and it says June bundles, or it may just say June 2016, and the bundles are included in there. So yeah, Christy that's a great question to ask on our page, or even in the Women in a Relationship Facebook event. If you guys still have questions, because we're getting ready to get off this, ask in that group, because Annette may have an answer, Ashley may have an answer, Krista may have an answer, or one of our girls that's on our team. And Christy, that would be great if you could share that with her. So We appreciate you guys getting on, though, but it's 9:08, and we'll be back next month again. Have a wonderful evening, guys.
Thank you guys for getting on.
Bye, guys.